God. Fuck it out. What story? Speaking to you. Yo, what's up, man? Nothing, man. What's going on? Dude, it's early, man. Early for you. What are you doing bright and early, huh? Yo, what up, Cade? Hey, since you're both on, can you guys see each other's chats on the screen right here? Right here. Holy shit. I figured that out. That's a miracle, I'll tell you that. Man, that took some serious work. Hey, how far is Kansas from, oh, wait, Alabama and Arkansas? You guys near each other? I think you guys are pretty close, right? I feel like you're both down in that same sector. I have actually no idea. I was gonna say. I was thinking you guys border each other. Kate, how do you not know the state that touches your state? Yeah, you guys are near each other in the same little area. I mean, your states are a lot bigger than my states up here, so I'm sure it's like still a fucking huge difference. Clearly, clearly, Cade isn't near Arkansas if he doesn't even know how close it is. It's it's not it's not a state he casually drives through. that's, that's so funny to me. Oh, I have no idea. Literally touching. I would expect nothing less. Okay, that's damn. I think it's beeping like crazy. Oh shit. Well, what's new with you guys? Fucking Cade must be. Dude, that's early. You're up early too, dog. I thought you worked late last night. Because you were like, you still had a ways to go, and I got off. Oh man. And Bond, who knows what you're doing? You're a mystery among men themselves. I can't see whatever that says. That is, there's no message on my screen. Oh, there it goes. I appreciate that. I don't know why that took so long to load. That was weird. That's good. Hey, it's a good thing, though, right? It'll be predictable. Creature of habit. You just gaming today? Oh, you got big plans, bro. I haven't had real food in so long. I saw like the shittiest advertisement for a sandwich and mozzarella sticks from like a shitty little pizza place, and it looked so good. These gas station meals are killing me. I need some real fucking food. I mean, I eat dinner. Made some made some pickled eggs last night. I've never had a pickled egg. Literally never even tried one. But I have so many fucking eggs. I don't know what to do, so I made like a dozen pickled eggs. I mean, they're probably going to be absolutely horrible. But I got to find something to do with these fucking things, man. I gave 70 away to the local Mexican restaurant. Which I know all those boys like free range chicken eggs. So I just gave away 70. And I get like almost a dozen eggs a day. I don't know what to do with them all. Oh, selling them sounds like a lot of work, if I'm being honest. And then I gotta like buy a thing to put them in. And let's be honest, you're not making bank off eggs. Just give it away. And I have like 30 eggs in my incubator right now. So I'm just gonna grow chickens and just let them go free. I want to create a chicken army, really. I'm gonna train them. Has the price of eggs gone up? Probably. And around me they sell for like $5 a dozen. I don't live in like a populated area, so I don't really know. Like, and everyone around me also sells eggs. I'm on a weird egg market. I don't know what to do with the fucking things. I should put them outside my mom's house. That'd be a good idea. She lives on a main area in a different town too. Yo, what's going on? Michael's Route 66. Is it Route 66? Doesn't it go across the country? Must be Michael's a truck driver. Or a motorcycle guy. Nothing, man. We're just hanging out. Talking about what to do with all these damn chicken eggs I got. I've been making venison jerky. Chicken. Where is it? I'll show you. I brought like 3 bags of jerky in. Woo! Venison jerky. Made 4 pounds of it this weekend. I like that shit dry too. I was eating it this morning. I think I may have messed up my nitrates on it a little bit. My tongue started to go numb. But it's all right. It won't kill me. And some backwoods jerky right there. Every now and then you get a little piece of deer hair in it or extra seasoning. It's that good. I don't cook it either. I don't cook my jerky. My jerky is strictly dehydrated jerky. It is. They don't even make jerky like mine. It's probably because it's illegal or something. Look how dry this is. This is so good. Oh, that's good jerky right there. See that? See that white? That's when you know it's good and dry. Yes, sir. I knew it. I don't want pickled eggs, but I'd gladly accept jerky. I still haven't had them yet. I just made a bunch of pickled eggs. They're probably going to be disgusting. I've never made pickled eggs before. I've never had pickled eggs. I don't even know what they're supposed to taste like, but I have a feeling I did it wrong. And it's as I'm like making them, I'm peeling all these fucking eggs. My hands are like bleeding from the peeling 12 boiled eggs. I got like my pickling stuff on the stove. I did like apple cider vinegar, pickling spices, diluted it with water. I got it on the stove heating up. So like the smell and the aroma of like hot apple cider pickled vinegar mixed with like 12 boiled eggs just heating up my house. Dude, it smells so bad. And my wife's just sitting there on my kitchen island just looking at me like disgust. You could just like, I couldn't tell if she was just purely disappointed on who I am as a person in that moment. But it was pretty fucking foul. It was disgusting. The smell of it, like, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to eat them. And honestly, I looked in the jar this morning and they don't look very good. Oh, thanks for the follow, Mike. Appreciate it, man. I just operate equipment all day, so I get I understand that lifestyle you live, sir, but I'm not on the road. What are you hauling? Just Freightliner? You can haul this shit around, low bed all this out of here for us, would you? One of our truck drivers flipped over one of the haul trucks the other day in the quarry. I mean, it was brutal, man. Felt kind of bad for the guy. You know, and he always says, I've driven more in reverse than you have forward. He's like one of those truck drivers. He's an older guy, and man, you could see like the disappointment in his face when he flipped that haul truck over. Thankfully, that the one he was a Volvo, so they're articulating. So I literally just went over with my bucket and was able to, between me and an excavator, we just flipped it back over for him, and he was ready to go. Man, that's an expensive mistake either way. Price you pay. It wasn't completely his fault. I could tell he was blaming himself and the other guy was blaming him, but it wasn't 100% his fault. The ground he was on was pretty terrible. The ramp that the guy made for him was way off to one side. I mean, that thing beeps at you anyways when you're on an angle. You know, those new haul trucks are they're pretty smart. They do a bunch of stuff. So I was reading a text from my wife that popped up. That's my story. Oh, that's my story. Damn. Lighting me up this morning. I don't think I could be a truck driver, man. Although, Cade, you drive too. A little different. You don't drive truck. Who was the garbage man? Cade, were you a garbage man before? Wasn't that you, or is that somebody else? I can't. It's hard to remember everybody, separate them all in my head. It's really hard because no one has the real names except for Mike. He's like literally the first person to use his name. And his job description in the name, so he'll be easy to tell apart. But we have like such unique names on here, it's hard to tell. Just give me a beer and I'll show you how to become the king of the roads. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it, man. It just seems like just mundane, you know? And you have to deal with other people. See, at least here, I'm in a quarry. There's no one. I got no one around me. No one to get in my way for the most part right now. It's pretty nice. Peaceful. If I hit something, it's just I just run into rocks. But this big bitch she pushes right through them pretty good. I think I would get. I don't know how you guys stay awake, honestly. Mike's in it for the lot lizards. Oh, he's a dirty dog. Dude, it's so weird from like the generation differences in truck drivers that I meet. They're all over the place. And like who they are as a truck driver is so different. Like you have the old school dudes around here. They're like in their 60s, cool dudes. And then you got like the young guys who are like in their like late 20s, early 30s, like my age. And they have on like the riff-raff sunglasses, the flat brims. It's so funny to me. I'm like, just two totally different kinds of truck drivers here. This is my sun blocker right now. Dude, the back of my neck's fucking sunburnt, man. Sun is all week. That's how you get the definition of a redneck right there, man. That thing just cooks you. Our truck driver was telling us What the fuck was he doing? He was like at a truck stop. This is around here, which is like just mountainish area. And he says he pulled up at this stop and he had to meet up with another truck driver. And he sees the guy he was supposed to meet up with. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they were swapping something, but he sees the guy and the guy starts walking towards like these bushes. So he like is trying to like catch up with the dude to meet him. And he walks through these bushes and it's like just two truck drivers just hammering each other out in a certain kind of way, if you know what I mean. With like four other truck drivers standing around watching these guys just go to town on each other. He's like, what the fuck? So he just got back in his truck and left. He's like, dude, not what he was expecting. You gotta watch out for those hillbilly ones, man. This is just some lonely man, apparently up here. The guy's hilarious, too. He's our, like, he hauls all of our equipment for us. He's a wicked good dude. I call him an ogre because his head is the size of, like, a water jug. It's crazy. You're getting your CDL. It's worth it this day. Honestly, dude, the truck drivers, especially these local guys, are union for some of these big companies. It's not a bad gig, man. And the trucks are nice. You know, obviously, like, the longer you're in, the nicer the truck you get. For, like, if you're hauling, like, triaxle or whatever for the paving companies. And it's, dude, these guys just come to the plant, load up the asphalt, you know, they back under, fill up the truck, and they drive to the job, and they'll sit at the job for like an hour or two. Just wait, you know, pushing getting pushed by the paver, waiting in line for those big jobs. They say they'll do like 2 or 3 trips a day back to the plant, load up, go back to the thing. And that's it. And they're making decent money. So, you know, it seems pretty chill. Good benefits for those guys. They ain't bad, man. Sometimes there's definitely like in the winter, I envy those guys. Because when I'm out here fixing this shit in the freezing cold, those guys are in their heated truck. But the new ones all have cameras in them. So that would suck. They're getting watched by the company. And the thing like takes pictures of you and sets off alarms. You know, if you if you have your phone on you. You must be patient. That's my advice to you. Yeah, I don't think I can do it. I mean, I respect the drivers. I don't have the patience. And when it's slow, these guys, they boot them out of the trucks and put them in hauler trucks on the slow days. If they don't have anything to haul, send them off to the quarry. So I work with them every now and then. They're all pretty good dudes. They're all the ones here are fairly old school. The young ones are on the road usually. They probably just want those hours, you know? The old guys are just, you know, waiting the clock out. There's no like middle age guys. There's a few, but I mean, it's really like old school and new school. There's like no middle age, like 40, 50-year-old guys. I think that's what I'll do. I don't want to be a garbage man anymore. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. You respect the drivers. Yeah, do you remember when Canada? I remember when they had the trucker thing there, and people were trying to give them money, and they were shutting down people's bank accounts. That was crazy, dude. I think that was Trudeau was in then. That was wild. Dude, sometimes there's some grimy ones, man. When I worked at the nuke plant, if we had to have the truck drivers come into the nuclear power plant, we had to like search their trucks and make sure there's like no bombs strapped underneath them and shit. With like the mirrors and dude, and some of those guys, they'd have like cats. They'd keep cats in their trucks with like a litter box. Ugh. It was brutal. Michael says, Cade, spending hours on a long road is something you get used to. Cade's a young blood too, Mike. I don't know how old you are, but he's at that age where solid time to join, especially if he joins the union. You know, being 20 years old and joining to your 30 years, then you can buy your own truck and kind of retire and just haul when you want to. Especially the low bed guys. You know, we contract in a low bed company to move my loader back and forth, quarry to quarry, because we're mobile. We bounce around. Dude, it's crazy how much money they charge. And it's not even like a long drive. You know, these guys only have to drive maybe an hour or two to get this machine to the next spot, and it's something like, $3,000 just to bring this machine 2 hours down the road. I mean, I'm sure it's expensive because this machine is, we got to take the bucket off, and sometimes they got to take the tires off. Special permit, but the company pulls permits for them. Well, my jerky is like, I could chip a tooth on this jerky. It is good though. Mm-mm. Lean too. Man, venison has like no fat on it. It is like chewing a leather shoe. It's good though. I'm gonna have the jawline of clavicular cancer. What the fuck his name is? Damn. I gotta make more. I don't know what flavor we're gonna do next. Push it? All right.
Never mind, it's going. It's gone.
Bitch. What you talking about? Oh, trying to get out in the woods, go maybe turkey hunting Saturday morning if I can. I'm not sure. I might try to make some turkey jerky. Never made it. Jerky maxing. That doesn't sound right. I'm a professional jerker. You know, I've been jerking for years. That should be the title of that next stream. Jerk with me. I should have cut up into smaller pieces. That's what I'm realizing. I guess I can rip it. Oh man. One more day, boys. One more day. Just gotta survive today. Wait. Shit. One more. What the hell's? Oh my god, today's Wednesday, dude. I thought it was Thursday. Well, that's depressing. I guess 2 more days. Fuck. It's a sad moment right there. Vaughn, what are you up to today, huh? Man of many mysteries. You gaming today? You cyberpunking it up? Dude, also, what's for lunch? I didn't bring a lunch today. You guys got anything good? I got jerky, a protein shake, and a gas station lady gave me a free bag of chips. You know, that's my breakfast and my lunch. How I am not either overweight or super skinny is pretty crazy to me. Honestly, I'm surprised Diggles isn't on. He's still on holiday there in New Zealand. That dude stays up all night. He's up to like 4 a.m. Taking a break from the game at the moment. Some good nature trolling. Nothing too crazy. But I'm surprised you're not like you don't just go fishing or something. I think that's what I would do. I would just be out and about. Still gold panning or something, you know? That's kind of fun. Let me close some apps. Hold on. I don't really have that many open. It says my service is like 900 kilobytes per second. It's usually like 2,000. So maybe it's a cloud coverage. I got my fishing license last week. So hopefully I can get out, catch some brookies, eat them up. I don't know why. I've been craving it too for some reason. I've been craving just like hiking out into the mountains and catching brookies and cooking them on a fire. Just sounds nice. Now that it's getting warm out, I think I'm getting all those cravings, all those outdoor cravings. And it's hunting season, so I'm like, I get a little taste of it. Let me see if I can blast a turkey off. I thought about challenging myself and just using like a 22 this year. Just turkey hunting with a 22. It'll be fun. There's a lot of places to fish around here. It's been years since I've done it though. It just sounds nice. I don't know why. Our winters are just so brutal and long here that it's like, now that it's finally warm out, I just don't want to be inside. Especially on the weekend. I just want to be out. Especially before the bugs get bad. Because once the mosquitoes come out, it just kind of ruins it. Usually it's like mid-May, the end of May, when the bugs start really getting bad. And I've tried like the ozone things, the clip-on ozone things. Man, they don't fucking work. Not for me, at least. I don't know. So I'd like to just I'm happy even just getting brookies, man. I don't need to be catching monsters. I don't care that much anymore about catching largemouth or anything. I'm happy just being out. I like just eating shit. I'm trying to think about what fruit season's coming. I want to say blueberry season's coming up. I could be wrong. I think spring is blueberry. Maybe not. I could be really wrong there. My apple trees are starting to bloom. Oh shit! This week I still have to shear a sheep this weekend. Yeah, do that too. I got one that dodged the shearer last weekend. So I gotta wrestle the big old girl down. I only ever caught one fish. It was a little fellow, but I was proud of it. Hey, it's not about the size of the fish, man. Ain't no competition. I've did it. Sometimes I won't catch anything a whole day. You know, it's really sometimes they're just not biting. I'd like to get up early, I think. Maybe when I go turkey hunting, I'll bring my fishing rod with me. I want to get like one of the little ones, like the foldable ones for the little creeks. Maybe I'll chase some birds and make a make my lunch down in the river. I wish there was more things to hunt and eat. But I wish there was like one animal you could just hunt year round that tasted good. But I'm not eating coyote, and gray squirrel doesn't sound all that appetizing to myself. Like I said, I've never had duck, but I do want to try it. I've never been duck hunting. I don't have the financial institution there to be supporting that kind of hobby. I don't know if wild duck tastes good at all either. You know, it's kind of like wild turkey does not taste good. But I'm in it for the love of the game, you know? There's also like a 50-50 shot that this venison jerky fucks my stomach up today. We'll find out. Might be taking a little lunch break there at some point, if so. We'll be duck walking down to the porta potty. Ugh. Man, oh man. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna find something to do today. We gotta find something to do on stream. That sounds fun. It's hard when I'm working. I need some sort of entertainment. Any ideas? Put tassels on my nipples and swing around for you guys. Find something fun. Having a free hand would be convenient. I did try to eat 6 cheeseburgers the other day for Goner because he subbed. I let him pick my meal, and he said 6 cheeseburgers, and that went poorly. I did make it through 4.5 cheeseburgers, some McDoubles, but right at the 4.5 mark, my stomach said no mas, señor, and I was driving. I was at a good pace though. I was eating one burger every 2.5 minutes for like the first 3, and I really started to slow down. I was gonna bog down pretty good at the end. Shut up, Megan. You know, try those pickled eggs on the stream. You guys watch me throw up my fucking cap. I'd probably just get my ass kicked. Actual Irish guys would whoop my ass probably. I hate Boston, man. I despise it. We try to go down there for like go to the aquarium or some, family stuff. It is a nightmare. And I don't have small vehicles, dude. Parking in Boston is not fun. I had a lifted F-350. Now I have a lifted Jeep Gladiator, and my wife has a lifted 4Runner. So like we don't fit in parking garages. And the fuel to get down there. Hell, the fuel to get to work alone. Half a tank this morning. $45. Crazy. Thanks, Obama. I only stream at work because it's the only time I have, too. If I had service in the woods for turkey hunting, I'd stream turkey hunting. But it's also really hard to hold the camera and shoot a turkey at the same time. We'll try. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do if I can get a day out there. Bring you guys with me. I know the service sucks, though. It's the only issue. Penis. I just tried to see if you're on the phone and yell penis, so whoever you're talking to has to hear it. I know she's always on the phone up there, so it's fun to yell things. Sometimes it's our boss, though, and then it's not fun. And then I get a text. That's a good sound. Can you hear that? If you could hear that. That is that's good jerky right there. I'm going to strap a camera to my sheep and you guys can just watch him live. The IRL of my sheep. Is Megan slow? I think she's just on the phone. She might be in a mood this morning, too. She's been pretty quiet. And what's up, Diggles, dude? I was just talking about it. I was like, man, I'm surprised Diggles isn't on. He's an early bird. Well, early here. Late as hell there. What'd you cook the other day, Diggs? I saw your notification this morning, I think. Was it this morning? I woke up and it's like, cooking stream. I was like, what the fuck is he cooking? It was like 8 hours ago or some shit. Oh, dog. Good choice. Smash burgers? Woo! That's a last meal move right there. What'd you do for the sauce? Did you do a special smash burger sauce? Damn, that shit is so good. I could mess up a smash burger. Just mustard. Sometimes I see like a special smash burger sauce. I don't know what it is, but it always looks good and tastes good. How'd it go? Did the stream go good for you? Get some solid, because your last one was what, eight regulars? Well, what time is it there when you do it? That a boy. Glad. Glad to hear it, man. 6 p.m. That's not too bad. That's still pretty. That's pretty late for me. Uh, yeah. I cook. I'm usually like getting ready for bed around 7 or 8. So I eat as soon as I get home. And if I'm not cooking, my wife's usually has dinner ready for me. As soon as I get home, I want to have my dinner right there waiting. Man, smash burger sounds fucking good, though. Man, I might try to sniff out a burger when I get out of here later. Liberal t-shirt and you're shattered today. Yeah, I fucking bet. I don't know how you do it. I know you're on. I know you're on holiday, but still, that should mess me up. 6 p.m. and it's like midnight there right now. No, actually, after later than that, or close to that. Crazy, dude. When do you go back to your regular schedule? Started sleeping at 4 and woke up at 7. Oh no, man, that's crazy. Next week, you better get your sleep schedule on track, dog. You're gonna be hurting. Yeah, because you were on yesterday until like 4. Was it yesterday? Until like 4 a.m. So it was like 1 p.m. or some shit here. I don't know how the fuck you do it, dog. That would mess me up. Mm-mm. Man, if I mess my sleep schedule up, it's messed up for a while. I gotta like plan how to get it back. I hate messing my sleep schedule up too, because then it fucks me up for so long. And even if I get it back, I feel like shit. I don't sleep a whole lot. I try to aim for like 5, 6 hours. That's a pretty regular time for me. I used to do week on, week off at the mines. So 1 week of the day we shift. Now I was what they call split shift or switch shift. They tried to do that here with our truck drivers once. Not here, not this company, a previous company, because they were paving. So they try to have our truck drivers do that shit, but they had to not do it. The truck drivers end up fighting it because they're required to sleep a certain amount. Mike would know. I don't know how the rule goes, but they can only work so much before they have to sleep. Nah, dude, they got screwed up. They had to contract a bunch of a bunch of triaxles. Fuck that, dude. I couldn't do that. Switching from days to nights is horrible. It's so bad for you. I used to pave on nights. 1 week, it wasn't all the time like yours. It wasn't scheduled. It'd be like you work days, and then all of a sudden 1 week you're gonna work nights for like 3 days out of that week. And now The best paying job you ever had? I don't know, man. You got to put your mental mental stability as a priority too. When you're young, you can do it. When I was 20, 21, 22, I worked 3 jobs because I had no money. I crashed my car. I had no car. I got in a motorcycle accident. What's mental stability? I had like nothing. So I borrowed my buddy's car. I worked at UPS in the morning loading the trucks. That was like 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then I did landscaping from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then I did bartending from 4 p.m. to like 1 a.m. And then I'd sleep between jobs like 2 hour increments. It was horrific. I did it for a year just to get myself out of the hole, and it worked. I mean, I was able to do it, but I was gone, man. I mean, I couldn't even process a thought. My brain was smoked. It was like you're just waking up and going through motions, and you're so tired that you can't even enjoy your weekends. But hey, make it or break it. So I'll do that shit when I'm young, but I knew once I had a kid, I kind of wanted to not have to do that. I mean, I still work a lot, but it's nothing like that. The guy I used to work with was a scaffolder and used to work at the factory job with me on night shift. I don't even know. Isn't scaffolding those are the guys that like set up the scaffolding for like the big construction jobs? I think. I think that's what that is. That's a fucking dangerous job too. I used to do that when I roof in the not so much anymore, but I used to roof in the winter. So I had winters. I was laid off in the winter time. So I was paving in the summer and roofing in the winter. The two worst jobs for the seasons. His scaff job was like 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then he would come into the factory from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. Dad, what a dog, man. That takes a certain kind of person, a special kind of lunatic to do that. It's not easy, for sure. And you can only do that for so long. I mean, you're not doing that for years. Not me. I like to go home at some point now. And I got a life now. Well, to be honest, he was coming to the factory to sleep. Yeah, dude. I know guys like that. When I worked at nuclear security, there were guys that would work a regular job during the day, and we worked night shift for security. And then they'd go to the security job and they'd sleep throughout their shift. That's when they would literally get their sleep in. I mean, you still have to you don't get to sleep 8 hours straight. You get to sleep for like 45 minutes, 15 minutes on 45, so like increments, but fuck that. I like to sleep in my bed. Where's the weirdest place you slept? Yeah, you go with that. I used to sleep on a toilet. That's where I'd take a nap. Not like my head. I just sit on it. I would turn my radio all the way up and I'd set an alarm for like 35 minutes. And I would just fucking like on an airplane, just boom, out. Woke up in the pub toilet, blackout drunk. Yeah, I wasn't drunk. I genuinely just needed to take a nap, and that was the only place that was like, I know no one was gonna find me. We gotta fucking hide in the shitter and just fucking turn off for a few minutes. Or just like pull over on the side of the road and just boom. I don't think I've ever slept places drunk. Nowhere weird. I don't like ever get to that point. Usually I'm, and I only really drink at home. Yeah, I don't think I ever. I'm trying to think. My ex picked me up from the works, from a works to made me sleep in the dog kennel. Damn, that's emasculating. I'm trying to think. I think just sleeping in my car is probably like a full night's sleep in my car. I've slept on a boat too. I don't know if that's really weird though. It's just like it was at a dock, and I was having a fire by the water, and I needed somewhere to sleep, so I just lay down on the boat, and let the motion of the ocean put me to sleep. It's kind of nice, except for you wake up covered in dew. That was not nice. I had a buddy that was like, he was kind of like just a psycho, and he lived just a really strange life. And I always say like that kid could have his own podcast just because of the stories he has. To him, they're like normal, but he lived such a weird life that like anybody else, he would tell us a story like a group of friends, and we'd all be like, "What the fuck?" And he would be like, "What?" Like he just thought his stories were like everyone had those stories. And remember, he would get hammered. He he'd go to town and get hammered at the bar, and then he'd try to walk home. And his house is like probably 10 miles away at 1 a.m. And he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, I just go to the cemetery and find a big gravestone and sleep behind the gravestone. I'm like, that's creepy and psychotic, dude. And he did like multiple times before he told us. He's like, "Yeah, I've done that a couple times." And we're like, "Are you okay? Like, is your home life all right, buddy?" He was a crazy dude. He's still crazy, but he's calmed down now because he's older. But we were like really good friends growing up, and the shit he did and like the stories he said was just always wild, absolutely wild. And I'll never forget. I get to his house. He was like the first one to buy a house when we were young. I might to check over a grave. Dude, she's probably cursed. Also, be crazy if she got pregnant. You'd have to pick the name off the gravestone. Name that's what you have to name the kid. Like you're obligated. Pretty disrespectful for sure. My buddy bought a house, and he had like this piece of shit truck that he was gonna give to his brother. And behind his house was like a gravel pile. It was like 20 feet tall. And he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna jump the truck off the gravel pile." I was like, "You sure it's a good idea?" He's like, yeah, dude, come on, get with me. I was like, "I'm not getting in that fucking death trap." And jumping it off a gravel pile, just onto flat ground, too. I'm like, I'll watch. So I sit back and I watch him. He comes around the corner of his house, but he's flying, dude. He hits the gravel pile, and the truck doesn't go up the thing at all. It just slams in the gravel, and the whole truck folds in half. It was like, he just destroyed the truck immediately. It was brutal. It was so funny though watching it like happen. Like he's fully convinced that it's just gonna like Dukes a hazard off this gravel pile. Instead, it just does to a dead stop and folds in half. Oh man! And then he had to tell his brother like, "Hey, I bought you a truck, but I totaled it like first day." It was comical. He was just a wild kid. He was a funny dude though. He's always like that, man. Like constantly doing shit like that every week. He had no parents, so he had like no sense of like the do's and don'ts of the world. He had a twin sister who was a stripper, and he literally brought. I didn't go with him. Let's be clear. He brought our other friends to the strip club to meet his sister. I was like, that is a crazy move. And they just thought it was normal. It's the best kind of friend you could have. Dude, the kid was a little, and he made like people like that shouldn't make good money, and he made good money, which made him like twice as dangerous to society because he could financially afford. He was like a gambling addict, had like a fast motorcycle. We all had motorcycles then, but absolute losing. We'd go to the casino down in Connecticut. We go to the big casinos, and he would like. There's no self control. At one point, at one point, he lost like $10,000, and he's literally down to his last $500. He has no more money left. $500 makes a terrible bet on roulette, which already has shit odds, and it hits. And he's like, "No way!" And now it's like most people be like, "Walk away." He just lets it ride. All the money he just made, he puts it back in the number, and it hits again, dude. And he ended up walking out of there with $20,000. So he lost 10. He was down to his last 500. Turned it into 20, and on the way home bought 2 ARs and a 50 cal at the local gun shop. Yeah, dude, fucking right. I couldn't believe it. I've gone to the casino with him before, and like you can't drag him away from a table. Like he will not. He'll stay there all night. And at one point, I leave, I go back to the room, I come back down, and he's still in the same chair. And he like you could see like the defeat on his face, right? And I walk over to him like, dude, it fucking reeks. Like it smells like just piss. And I look and I was like, hey, are you losing? He's like, I'm losing, but I'm winning at the same time. I go, what the fuck does that mean? He goes, I've just been pissing my pants, and I just wait till it dries before I get up. I'm like, you are a fucking wild animal. You dirty bastard. So every time he lost a hand, he would just piss his pants and sit in the chair. And then just not get up so no one would know. Yeah, dude, just like a creature. Oh, just a full psychotic maniac. I've seen him, I do it right in the hallway. At like the big casinos like Mohegan or Foxwoods. I've seen him just like walk down the hallway, whip it out, and just let it go. Some people are just crazy, man. He's just one of those dudes. All right, Diggles. Get some sleep. Hope you dream about pissing your pants. Enjoy it. God, I can tell you some before bed stories. I'm fucking hungry, and it's 9:30. I'm gonna bring lunch. Do I have anything in here? I have some peanut butter crackers, but I'm not really craving them. I might commit to this protein shake already. I won't be dreaming about that, but I'll be doing it. All right, homie. I'll see you later. Oh, that's funny, kid. When I met my wife, she's like, "You should not be friends with that guy anymore." She liked him, but she knew he was crazy. That kid would be crazy sober too. Those are the ones you gotta watch out for. You got a friend that's unpredictable when he's sober. You know he's gonna be a lunatic when he drinks. Gotta wait for this guy. Oh man. I wish I could like DoorDash food. What do you got? DoorDash a 6-pack and steak and cheese. I fucking hear ya. There he goes. Megan, are you on the phone?
Yeah, say it real loud.
No, I don't know who you're talking to.
Talking to Devin, say it real loud.
Big old penis. In my state, you can DoorDash alcohol, but not tobacco. That pisses me off. That's crazy.
My fucking earpods are too good at noise canceling. I literally had it right there, but you didn't hear it.
Damn. Hey, I was gonna ask, did Bryce say anything to you when he was here?
Both just talked at the same time, one at a time.
All right, Devin, shut the fuck up. Megan, did Bryce say anything when he was here?
No, and he didn't even get out of his truck.
Dude, that guy's weird. Yeah, in this state, you can't buy. Fuck, dude, you can't buy anything. This state sucks. My state's way better. Massachusetts is dog shit. This place is run by commies here. You can't buy menthol cigarettes. You can't buy flavored nicotine. You can't buy. You can't even buy a lighter without an ID, which is bullshit. Because you can go to this. There's weed stores everywhere. Every corner you could buy a joint at 18, I think. Ooh, what happened to freedom? Come on. Do a Sam Elliott impression every time you read my messages. I don't sound anything like him, but I wish I did. I don't think I even have a voice nearly deep enough to sound like Sam Elliott or a mustache thick enough. That dude has a voice from the gods. I feel like he could have played what the fuck's his name in Yellowstone, the bow-legged old bastard there. I feel like he's like a similarities there. I have the opposite of a Sam Elliott voice. I have more of a Peter Griffin voice. I have that New England bullshit shit. Yeah, dude, the Don. I'm Don Fry, the Predator. He's a king. Don Fry is just like if a cigar was a person. Gotta put air in my seat in case you're wondering what that sound is. Don Fry is a fucking the a definition of a man. Has Chuck Norris aura for sure, dude. R.I.P. Also. Have you seen the video of Chuck Norris doing Chuck Norris jokes? Oh, it's so funny to me. Don Fry is a fucking gangster. Old school cowboy. And he would fight like 5 fights a night, which is crazy. It was like you'd fight, and if you win, you keep fighting. Up to like 5 a night. He had like the ultimate like build too. He had like a perfect, just jacked dad build. He was a fucking scary man. I always send shit of him to my wife. I'm always like, this is my spirit animal. I don't think there's really any fighter in this era that is as haunting as he was. Trying to think. Because Lesnar's old now. Like, I mean, he was just a juiced up monster. I mean, he was huge even in high school. His daughter, too, she's a little tank herself. What's her name? Maya Lesnar. He was the first real mixed martial artist, too. Combining wrestling, boxing. Yeah. And not making shit for money then either. I mean, he definitely makes more now just with social media than he ever did then. He was an animal. He was an absolute animal. Trying to think who's haunting. Who's haunting for Julian? Not because of social media. Because, like, you do have some. Like, Chamaev is a scary guy, like a scary looking dude. But really just because social media makes him seem that way. He's not really, like, haunting. I'm trying to think. All the American fighters are not really intimidating in any way. I mean, I guess Strickland kind of, because he seems like a loose cannon. Alex Pierre is pretty intense. He is, yeah. Yeah, I guess he'd give it to Chama. But he seems like a fairly like soft-spoken, nice guy as well. You know, he has like a nervous laugh, you know? I'm trying to think of them all now. I mean, you got the Diaz brothers. They're pretty like don't give a fuck. Like don't really give a shit about social media or like anything. They're just in it just because they literally just like to fight. I mean, they are by far some of like the most entertaining without trying to be entertaining people.
So you got coffee. I haven't noticed things are pretty far to the left now. In the core that's going to it, is there enough slack where I'm not like pulling that cord tight?
He was definitely a sweetheart. I think so too. And those dudes came from nothing.
Okay, thank you.
Forrest Griffin back then. Forrest Griffin was pretty scary too. I mean, I think he came about with the Ultimate Fighter. I could be wrong. I think that's how Forrest Griffin came out because that was right after the Chuck Liddell shit. In Liddell, I feel like he was really kind of one of the OGs for the new era UFC. He looks like shit nowadays. I'm sure he can still whoop ass. He looks terrible. He has such a beer gut. Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't even see it. I don't really watch podcasts. Oh, dude, I want to know what happened now.
Beautiful, thank you.
That sucks. I always thought he was a pretty funny dude for the most part. It was a train wreck. He pretty much apologized for being white. It was awkward. Even for Rampage. Damn. That sucks. That is uncomfortable. Yeah, he probably got whacked in the head too many times. To make these notes for my coworkers, make some signs for them. So when they look at me, let's see. Like this one just. Wow. My pen's dying. There you go. Make sure to. Is that eligible? You can see that. I thought it was Thursday. I thought it was Thursday up until like 20 minutes ago.
That's so depressing.
I was amping myself up. I was like, one more fucking day, one more day. And then I looked at my watch. Fun fact about me: I used to work as an MMA judge here in Arkansas. That's pretty sick. I dab. I do Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu. More Muay Thai than Jiu Jitsu. My wife does more Jiu Jitsu. So you have some knowledge then. Ooh. I never trained, but my older brother used to be a pro fighter. That's pretty sick. What did he fight? Like, actually, like MMA, or was he Muay Thai, or what? He took a judging course under John McCarthy. Big John McCarthy. He was a good judge, man. I think he was one of the best. Or refs, I should say. Wasn't really a judge, but he was like one of the gangsters back in the day. Never made to the UFC. Especially, well, nowadays it's almost impossible. There's so much competition. My buddy's on the Fight Pass cards, but not he's not like pro. He fights, I don't know what they're called, like, I don't know. I know he's on the Fight Pass, like, fight what you can stream his fights. I never have. I went to school in Florida, but he lives a couple hours away from me up here. I always called him too tall because he's like 6'7", and he fights in like the I don't know, 150, 160 weight class. Just shredded though. I think they call him the Iron Giant. He's a monster. Scary looking dude, too. Just like Easter Island head, you know? Big old tall black kid. Super nice. When I was a commercial diver, he was a commercial, like, he was like in the welding section. Dude towers. Every opponent he has, he towers. I couldn't imagine. Because I feel I'm not a big guy. I mean, I don't feel like I look like a big dude. But I'm like 210, 220. Like I bounce between there. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, I have 50 pounds on this kid, and he's 6'7". He could destroy me in reach. I'm only 5'9". I mean, he could do that thing where he just puts like his hand on the top of your head. He could do that to me. I'm always like the meatball in the gym. But I'm a farmer, I live the farming lifestyle. So it's short little meatball. You're the same height as me. Gang gang. We're average. I don't care if we're average. 5'9" is exactly average. All right. It's just tall enough for people don't make fun of my height. You get to 5'7", you're getting picked on. Right? And 5'8" short. Dude, it's true. It's a noticeable difference for some reason. My wife's not short either. She's like, I mean, she's not super short. She's like 5'5", 5'6". So she wears heels. We're eye to eye. Then I got to wear my stilettos, and then it's just awkward because we're wearing the same thing, you know? But then I do if I do competitions, I get stuck with these dudes who are way bigger. Like they just look like monsters compared to me. There are like these lean 6'2" dudes that are like 210. I'm like this short, stocky, you know, I'm on the thicker side of 210. I mean, luckily I do all right, but my last competition, I went in when I first started jiu-jitsu. I did 3 or 4 months of training. I went into a competition against 11 people, and I was like, all right, I'm going to get my ass kicked. And total bullshit, just pure strength, I think is the only reason I won. And I came in second out of 11 guys. And their coaches were fucking me, like nasty, dude. They're so pissed off. One of their coaches was accusing me of being a blue belt. And I was like, dude, I've been training for 3 months. He's like, no way. He's a fucking semi-pro fighter, blah, blah. I was like, well, you fucking suck. And all the kids I went to, like, against, all the guys, were cool dudes. Like, I'm friends with, like, I became friends with them all. They were shooting the shit. Just their coaches were, like, so offended that I beat them. I'm like, it was, and I was like, it's just, like, pure strength is the only reason. Jiu-jitsu, you either have to be super fucking strong or really talented, and I'm not talented. I wrestle sheep. I wrestle 300-pound sheep on a daily basis. that's my advantage. It was cool. It was fun. Fun experience. Cool dudes. I'd do it again. I'll probably do a Muay Thai fight before I get into another Jiu-Jitsu fight, though. It's more fun. What are we at? We're an hour and a half already. Time flies. Shit. Well, Bon, my phone's blowing up. I better respond to some messages. I'm gonna hop off so I can take a big old fat pee, respond to some text messages, and reboot. I'll be back on later, I'm sure. I'll probably be back on in like an hour, honestly. Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for chatting. Appreciate you.